It's loading up here. What's the title of this one?
That's not me.
Okay. Sounds like an Amanda Bynes show. You give it a second. I think when we first turn it on, it gets all funky.
Yeah, our recording gets a little weird for a second, but I think we're good now. The title is That's Not Me. My dad and I were camping for the weekend because it was the perfect weather for camping. We headed out to a forest we knew. It was very nice, had a beautiful river and good spots to camp in, and we were the only ones who ever camped in those woods. As expected, we set up our campsite, and we did all the stuff you would do when you would go camping. Then we went to bed. I woke up at about 1 a.m. to go to the bathroom. As I was going to the bathroom, my father was still asleep, so after I finished up my business, I came back to the campsite and checked out. My father mate opened his tent up, and to my surprise, he wasn't there. I thought maybe he went to the bathroom as well, but when I left, he looked deep asleep. There's no way he would go to the bathroom at the same time. I would randomly, or maybe he did it and I brushed it off. Like, it was all crazy. It didn't make any sense to me. I went back inside my tent, back to bed. I woke up in the morning and checked on my dad. Before I could check his tent, I heard someone whisper, "That's not me." Then I looked behind me, and my father was behind a tree, looking pale. I ran over to him as he said, "We gotta get out of here." "Why?" I said. "Tell you when we get in the car." So we packed our stuff and we left the tents, which I found strange. Someone was still in my dad's tent. Dad explained what had happened. "I had to leave you alone last night for a bit. I forgot some stuff that we needed and I went to the store. I feel terrible for leaving you, but I figured I'd be back before you knew it. When I came back, I saw someone enter my tent. I stayed up all night behind a tree to make sure the person stayed in there. At this point, I realized that person sleeping wasn't him. Realization struck me so hard I was paranoid as hell after hearing that. So I waited all night to tell you so we could get out of the woods before they noticed." That's what my dad said. After that, we never went camping ever again.
Wow.
That was a shorter one than I normally do. And when I read it, though, I was like, wow. Two things. One, that's scary as hell. And two, that dad's kind of a dipshit.
Somebody said, what the hell, they left their kid?
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
So it took me a second to connect it. So what happened was he woke up, he saw somebody that actually wasn't his dad.
Yeah, woke up when he was on his way to the bathroom, saw someone in there and went on his way. When he came back, the person was gone for a little bit. And then he got back into the bed and woke up the next morning and noticed that he was going to go wake up his dad.
Chad Michael said that would be horrible. Homeless guy was like, someone bought me a tent. Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like whoever it was that went in the tent was trying to be secretive about it. I mean, really?
Wouldn't lay down in that tent.
To the point where I guess that guy thought it was his dad, right? I mean,
yeah.
So how old did he say he was?
He did not say his age, but I get the feeling that this was a younger person just by the way it was written.
Yeah.
So I would say probably teenager, early teenager, probably 14. Just going by the syntax.
Maybe somebody, people are talking. Maybe somebody stole his spot. Maybe that tent was in his spot or the homeless guy's spot. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though. So, who does that? I'm just going to go get stuff. You can't even go get stuff in the middle of the night these days, hardly. Who knows how old this is?
I'm guessing this was a few years back because it was an older story when I checked it out. It's a 3-year-old story. So, you're talking possibly back when Walmart was still 24 hours in a lot of places,
We'll get some Slim Jims or what the heck,
Yeah, clearly this dad is a little bit, like I said, a dipshit.
We will have another story later tonight that I share that has Dad of the Year potential too.
Oh, fantastic!
But it sounds like this guy's up for it.
He is, definitely.
So what should he have done different, Luke, if you had to say?
Well, I would have been like, "Hey, get the hell out of my tent!" You raise a ruckus if you see someone going into your tent. But the first step is, though, you don't leave your kid in the woods at night.
Yeah,
even
that's
if you know the area. That's psychotic behavior.
yeah.
Obviously, we don't know everything, but I would definitely question this guy's parenting abilities.
Luke, you're brilliant.
Captain Hindsight, the hero of the modern age.
Captain Hindsight, thank God you've come.
They should have built fire escapes on those windows for the higher floors, then people could have gotten down. Well, looks like my job here is done. Goodbye, everyone!
Thank you, Captain Hindsight.
Thank you!
I love that clip.
It's true though. It's something so simple, but yeah, who leaves their kid out there in the woods? That's crazy.
So
It actually-
weird.
It could have went much worse. We actually don't even know what all happened though, I guess. I mean, he could have stole their stuff. They left a bunch of their stuff there, right?
They left their tents for sure.
That's crazy. Who does that? See the comments. What a perfect clip, somebody said. Yep. Somebody mentioned carrying a weapon. When Slim Jim's call, you got to go. Yeah, I mean, maybe he just went to the gas station. We don't know.
I could go for a Slim Jim right now.
You step into one, brother, because I got a story for you that's going to rock your world, man. So
I'm ready.
Jeff Townsend Media. CG, good night.
And the question is, do I stay here? Will you be back? Are you gonna come back? Will you be back? Are you coming back?